Abbasi, and today we are going to discuss UK e-visa requirements. And a lot of people were confused on this latest changes on UK e-visa requirements, and we are going to ask a few questions to Mr. Hasib, and I hope this video is going to address the relevant concerns and queries of our viewers. Thank you, Mr. Hasib, for joining us.
You're welcome.
And my first question is, what is basically UK e-visa and what are the requirements for this?
The UK Home Office has recently made it a requirement for people who are living in the UK on long-term visas, on BRPs, to basically essentially get their BRPs converted into an e-visa. Now, usually the BRPs are issued for people who are staying in the UK for longer than 6 months, which primarily includes students, as you know. So the requirement is that people get these BRPs converted to an e-visa, the deadline for which is 31st of December 2024.
Okay. And what is the process to apply for an e-visa?
So basically what you have to do is you have to go online, you have to create an account on the UKVI website, and for creating that account, for registering that account, you basically have to submit a scan of your BRP, and by BRP I mean biometric residence permit. This is usually the physical card that people get on once they arrive in the UK on a visa, and that card basically acts as their pass in and out of the UK. So what people have to do in order to get this e-visa, they have to register an account on the UKVI website. For registering that account, they have to submit a scan of their BRP, they have to submit a scan of their passport, and they have to fill in other details like their date of birth and their other whatever biodata that they have to fill in. Obviously the form is self-guiding, you just have to fill in the information that is required. It barely takes 15 to 20 minutes, the entire process. Once you've registered an account, you will receive a link on your email, and once you access that link, you have to go through the two-step verification process, which is standard. After that, you have access to your e-visa, and you also have access to a share code that gets generated once you register your account.
Okay, basically one more question relevant to this e-visa, that who are exempted to apply this e-visa and who are the people who are eligible to apply this e-visa?
Anyone who's staying for less than 6 months in the UK, or if their visa validity is less than 6 months, they are exempt from it. Also, people who hold an ILR for the UK, they do not have to convert to an e-visa. This is basically only for people who are on a long-term visa in the UK, which lasts longer than 6 months, which, like I said before, primarily includes students.
Okay, and what are the benefits of this e-visa?
So first of all, it's very simple for you to now access your visa through your phone. Initially, before BRP was a thing as well, you basically just had your visa stamped onto your passport. So if you had to travel around the UK or in and out of the UK, or if you had to show your ID somewhere or your visa somewhere, you had to carry your passport. Then the BRP made it easier, because instead of carrying your passport, you just have to carry a card-sized ID, which is your BRP. Now, you don't even have to carry that. You basically just have your e-visa available on your phone. So wherever it's required, whether it's at the borders or anywhere else, all you have to do is you have to open your e-visa on your UKVI account, and you have to show that to whoever the relevant person is. So first of all, easy access. Secondly, it's real-time information, right? So if you log into your account and you show someone, they see your real-time visa. If there are any updates to your visa status, it's all in the UKVI account. So it's like a one-stop sort of a thing. You don't have to get a new card if, let's say, you get a visa conversion or anything like that. Thirdly, there is no potential of your documents being tampered with over here. So if you have a BRP and then later on if you have an e-visa, you are a legitimate visa holder. There is no question about the validity of your visa or the validity of your documents. And this benefits the UK Home Office in return as well, because it ensures that all the visa holders and their documents are verified and legitimate.
Okay, one last question, Mr. Rasif. And what is the deadline to apply for this eVisa? And if somebody missed that date, what is going to happen with that?
So first of all, like I said before, the deadline is 31st December 2024, but I would really not suggest that you wait that long. I would suggest that you start this process today. This is a new development. This, it's only a few days old. So as soon as you get this done, it's better for you because there's about to be a lot of traffic on their online portals and on the website. Because as you know, there are so many international students studying in the UK who hold BRPs. So it will become very difficult later on. You might run into some glitches. So my first suggestion would be you get it done ASAP, as soon as possible. Secondly, if you miss the deadline, now in some cases the BRPs might be valid for longer than 31st December 2024, but for every student who's enrolling this September onwards, any student who's gone to the UK onwards of this September, they'll notice that their BRP has an expiry date of 31st December 2024. So if you try to register your account after your BRP has expired, you'll have to follow a lot of further steps. It's basically the same as your visa expiring while you're in the UK, right? So if that happens, what complications will you face is basically the same situation. It's basically, in other words, renewing your visa before the deadline. If you miss the deadline, there will be a lot more difficulty than you would face. Right now, it's just a 15 to 20 minute process, but if you miss the deadline, it's basically like getting your visa renewed after it has already expired while you're staying in the host country.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Rasif, for answering these basic queries.
You're welcome.
A lot of people were asking about these queries, and I hope you have got much information now. But still, if you feel any kind of trouble, you may contact us on the provided number. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.